Hello and welcome. I'm Amy and I will be your guide today as we take a little time to contemplate life while flying through space on two wheels, one of my favorite things to do, and I'm happy for you to join me. So today we're going to be taking my baby Harley Davidson XG500 for a ride. We're going to be riding through my local little town out here in the Western Australian Wheatbelt and exploring some of the back streets around here as we head out towards the city. So she's a little bit dirty, but you will quickly come to learn that all of my bikes are a little bit dirty because I live in the West Australian red desert out on a dirt road, so dirt is kind of part of it. And yes, I did just say all of my bikes, which indicates that I have more than one. In fact, I have a few. I'm a lover of all types and styles of bikes. So I've got a little collection that I've built up around me, and don't worry, you will get to meet all of them. But for today, it's her. So I'm just going to finish getting geared up and then we will hit the road. No one stopping me at the roadworks today. These roadworks have been going on for months and months, and at different times I've been stopped for 10 to 20 minutes at a time, but it's okay. I vowed to myself after recently going for a drive through some states in the east that I won't mention, that I would never complain about the roadworks over here again, because at least they actually maintain the roads to some degree. So I don't mind waiting if it means I don't have to drive or ride on half-existent roads. Anyway, this is still loose, but that's okay. Here we go.
we're coming into our local little town here. We're nearing the end of summer here in Australia in the desert, so naturally the land is a bit parched, a bit dry, a bit volatile, but still beautiful. And you'll get to see through my videos just how much the landscape changes through the year. It's quite amazing, really. Local cemetery. Our dried up river. And as far as Australian towns go, this one's pretty old. What more do you need, right? There's something really special about being on a bike, and it's difficult to describe it, and I think that you either feel it and you have the experience, or you don't. It's like you're so vulnerable on a bike. You're so exposed. If something goes wrong, you're the one that's going to come off the worst. So you really have to have your wits about you. You really have to be so present and in the moment, so aware of everything that's going on. So preempting everything that potentially could go wrong. But when you get it right, and if you're doing it right, it's not an anxiety-inducing thing, and it shouldn't be an anxiety-inducing thing. For some people, being really present and in the moment and aware and preempting like that is a heightened state of anxiety, and a lot of people live their life like that, just always expecting and anticipating the worst. But on a bike, it shouldn't be, and it can't be an anxious thing. Rather than tightening yourself up around the bike and tightening yourself up in the present moment, you've got to really relax and release yourself fully into the present moment. So rather than anxiously scouring for the next threat or the next danger, you're at ease in the present. You're aware, you're fully seated, you're occupying space. You've got to be occupying space, otherwise no one sees you. You've got to be energetically hogging the road in a way. And the way to do that is to just ease and drop yourself all the way into it. So for me, it's a very relaxing experience, but it's also an intense experience of awareness of myself as a singularity, whilst being aware of and totally connected to and one with my environment. So it's like if you enter into a state of meditation when you're not on a bike, you can have the experience of being one with, connected to everyone and everything, And when you're getting about on your 2 feet as an individual, busy in your life, it's very easy to have the experience of existing as a singularity. One, locked into your own mind, your own experiences, your own feelings, your own stresses and anxieties and anticipations. But there's this state that I find can be achieved on a bike where you have to exist as a singularity because you have to be aware of yourself as a vulnerable entity, and you have to be aware, you have to be conscious, but at the same time as existing as a singularity, as a one, you're existing as a part of, because you've also got to be one with your bike. You can't be doing one thing and your bike doing another thing, or trying to control your bike from a tense and stressed out position. You have to kind of meld with your bike, become one with it so that it moves with you and you move with it. And you also have to become one with the road. You have to become one with the other drivers, one with the environment, so you can feel the animals that are about to hop out in front of you before they do, because here the animals hop. So you're aware of, or you can feel if the other drivers are stressed, or if they see you or if they don't see you. You can feel how aware they are, how unaware they are. You can feel which ones to stay away from, distance that you should keep. You can kind of preempt a lot of things when you're in that state and in that space. But again, not from a fear-filled space, because what is there to fear? If you're here, you're present, you're aware, you're connected, you're one with, but you're also aware of yourself as a singularity, love those trees, then the chances are, not definite, but the chances are you're going to be okay. You'll find your way through whatever you need to find your way through. You'll know what to do, not because you thought about it and you figured it out, but because you were aware and present, seated in the moment and connected with the environment. Your nervous system enough at ease that it can recall and respond as necessary. And then even if you find yourself in a catastrophic situation, you'll find your way through. It's incredible what we're capable of when we allow. And for me, being on a bike gives me that experience. The different kinds of bikes give me a different version of that experience. The different styles of bikes kind of achieve a different kind of thing, and it's a different kind of oneness or connection that you feel with the vehicle, or that the vehicle allows you to feel with the road. But always that experience is there if I allow it to be. And I like to live my life that way as well, you know. Not just on the bike, but walking around on my 2 feet, aware of myself as a singularity, but also just as present as possible in the moment as it's happening, feeling a connection and a unity with the experience of life. It's pretty hard to be shocked or totally taken by surprise or caught off guard or rocked to your core when you live in that way. You don't have to preempt the next moment or be anxious of the next moment. You don't have to anxiously anticipate it. By being right here in this moment, to some degree it becomes somewhat evident what the next moment is going to bring. And then in that next moment, you just have to be there. And on a bike, it has to be a moment by moment thing. But then, as I said, that can translate to normal everyday life as well, if you allow it, if you really practice it, if you really feel it, and if you take the time to sink into the present moment in that way. So we've been riding for about 45 minutes now, just slowly weaving our way up and down, mostly down the hill, heading towards the city. Or towards the coast, really, is where I'm going today. And we're just about to come upon, look at that museum of pubs. That place looks like it's interesting if you're into pubs. And we're just coming on to our next little town, a little bit more established than the one we've just been to. This is Gidgegannup, and look, more works, but I ain't complaining because they're maintaining. Hi. Thank you. So there we go. If you ever wanted to know what the edge of the earth looks like, there's Perth over the hill. City over there in the distance. I don't know if you can see that. And a great line of traffic to follow down the hill. Better safe than fast though, right? Good chance to look out over the horizon. Or at the bushes on the side of the road.